am live. live. Hey, what's going on, guys? Samuel One World from Samuel TV's here, and welcome to another live stream. And this is gonna be one as basically today. I'm basically gonna look back on everything I've been through throughout this year so far. Like, during this basically has been a crazy year, and I'm talking about what has gone on. Because yeah, it's kind of like a more of a recap thing. Like we kind of been doing it every month since January this year. I don't know myself doing those, to be honest. And not only that, I will also be talking about every movie I watched, every TV show I watched, and every game I have played throughout this year. Let's see. I think I'm going to make some minutes during then I'm going to get started. And as you can see right here, I am filming in a different portion in my room. Why? Because I figured why the hell not? So let me know if you want to. Hold up just one sec. How much I have charging me in case and so. I'm in Casey now. But let me know if you want to see me film more video like this. Okay, just thought this at the last minute, to be honest. Just give it a share. This is 1, 2. Okay. It's going for a little bit, but I hope. Yeah, this definitely has been a crazy year, and I'm definitely going to talk about, And also, if you guys do want to ask me any questions throughout the stream, I'll be happy to answer them. So I'm not sure how long this video could be, because it depends on how much I discuss like all the movies and shows and games on sale, how long type of how these been so far, but that just means it's just a little bit relaxed, that discussion, honestly. I'm gonna wait till that 5-minute mark before I basically get started. Because I hope we get some people on before we get started. Because come on. And again, let me know if you do want to see me film, because honestly, again, this was kind of last minute, to be honest, to film like this area in my room. But I figured, well, the hell not. This might be a little fun to do. Just sit back on this red chair and relax while I'm live streaming. Okay, 1 more minute and I will get everything started. And also, you can tell before this, I actually took a shower. I showered went on my hair like this, so. And also, I did recently also post a video where I basically video asking how I feel about ASMR Shardy and how much I love her and her videos and all that. Oh, hello, ATASMR. Happy to have you here. Thank you so much for joining this live stream. Hope you all well. Hope it's going well to you throughout this crazy year. But if I also haven't checked out ATASMR, I would highly recommend checking out. Her videos are fantastic and incredibly relaxing, by the way. I'm sure she's also just a very lovely person in general, so I definitely highly recommend check her out. Okay. So a few more seconds and I'll get started. Okay, guys, let's get started discussing about 2020. Now, I think we can all agree that 2020 is probably the craziest year in the face of the world. When I say it's the worst year, for me, not really. I would say 2016 is still the worst. Not really, there's events, pretty much every lost celebrities dying left and right. I think more so the fact that I dealt with so much depression that year, like the depression I went through that year was insane. And what made the fact that I wasn't really, I was struggling with getting a job, and I was dealing with some other important family issues. Again, if you've probably seen some of my videos 2016, you probably think that I did do a few videos on that. But again, it was a crazy year. I mean, YouTube was definitely one of the better days, the bad days, but then I was still kind of on my channel, and I was still frustrated with some stuff on YouTube. Again, no, it's definitely a year that pretty much brought me down the most, honestly. Also, there's some better moments happened this year, but then this is a close second, because, man, just wow. Oh, hello, Nebula98. Thanks for joining. I left a like. Oh, thank you. You know what about the peace? You know what about you? I like it. It's more peaceful and less quarantine. The rest is that's great. I can kind of agree on that, but well, I'm doing well. Nebula96 hope all going well with you. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for coming. But anyway, even I'm again for all the questions. I started looking. I was gonna get no idea what could be about pizza, which was a place I worked at for about 5 months, and that's a place that I absolutely loved. But it didn't exactly work out. Do you like Steven Universe? I have not watched Steven Universe, but it's definitely one of the next few shows that I do plan on watching. The reason I was thinking I really haven't watched much Cartoon Network lately, honestly, because of Chance Go, honestly, how much to air it, and a few other shows they've done, and because I end up getting watch they just shows like Fanny Train, We Be Bears, and Steven Universe. But Steven Universe is definitely one of the next few shows that I do plan on watching. So I can't really comment on that. But anyway, I worked here basically for 5 months. It was an amazing job. I loved it. Again, I wish I kind of got my own, but again, with all the money stuff I was going through, I kind of understood, but I thought maybe that would be fixed eventually. But unfortunately, and I'm closing because I wasn't making enough money. At least that area, but then every other area, people ended up closing because of the money stuff. Honestly, I'm quarantine probably was closed anyway because of it. So, but that was a very emotional day, and there was a few times I ended up being emotional because of it. I won't say I had outbursts or anything, but moments I thought I was going to lose it, honestly. I was thinking someday. Just, it was crazy. But of course, because of quarantine, a lot of people can have financial problems, so there's pluses and minuses. Yeah, I can kind of agree on that. Yeah, money was definitely been up and probably issue for everybody, to be honest. Honestly, and yeah. Now, back to the bit, I actually was supposed to work at Chuck E. Cheese, actually. I was actually supposed to be a mascot, actually. Like, that would have been a perfect job for me. But one of the problems is, I never heard anything back from Chuck E. Cheese. And the other, my job coach, and my job coaches were pretty, just, yeah. Sorry, man. Anyway, yeah. I would have really looked at Chuck E. Cheese, honestly. I'm not sure what I've been saying, like, terrible experiences that I had with pizza, but it would have been fun being a mascot. My birthday was yesterday. Oh, happy belated birthday, man. Happy belated birthday. Yeah. But yeah, that was fortunate. I was kind of worried about that. And I actually was able to get a job at Jimmy John's, which is a sandwich place. I went 3 days, and then the fourth one I ended up calling in sick because I realized West that day. I realized that, yeah, Jimmy John's isn't going to be for me, honestly, because this was kind of more of a different environment for me, especially while making sandwiches and I had to learn some things, but I feel like I wasn't sure I was going to learn. So I ended up not leaving that. And, I actually get the job by myself, honestly, because pretty much all the jobs I had, including the one I'm doing now, pretty much I kind of help from Ernie L Center, which is a place that helps people like me with autism. Me and my friends went roller skating. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I only went roller skating once. That was in fourth grade, honestly. But anyway, but oh yeah, I'm sorry, but everything else pretty much means I got a lot of jobs I have now, and them Johns. And I did have the two choices. I'm going to Arizona look at job looking this one could go to Public, which was my area. So I realized the one position I applied for in Public was the Delhi area. And honestly, if I would have gotten there, that would affect my son-in-law, my brother, that much. That basically involved he wanted to transfer because he worked at different Publics and he was tired of that area. So basically, you can't have two VMOs working in the same area of public. So clearly another one area of public, I am not working at public, so I end up getting a job at Sporting Goods, which is a sporting goods store. So I've been doing a lot of stuff. I've done my job, I clean the bathrooms, sweeping, cleaning. I also had to use new stuff and all that. And aside from my issues, it's more me getting used to everything. It was something really great. And then for a while, I'm not working there for like almost a month because, again, it was closed, but now it reopened like May. And there were a few times basically I was dealing with some issues, mainly because I guess more getting used to everything involving the whole stuff I had to do from the quarantine and maybe I was like again. If wouldn't know, I'm sure they know it wasn't really on purpose. If I was kind of faulty in a couple areas, but I mean it happens. But I'm doing better now. The place, I'm doing great. Everything is going well. And here, it's all been great to be honest. And it's weird. It is a little bit weird. I'm not working all days, 8 days this week, but I'm not gonna touch on that though. But I want to the job. I think that's great and all that. What's your thoughts on Casey on the cover? It's fine, honestly. It's not one of the best channel shows, but I think it's probably the most forgettable one, to be honest. Nothing really stand that bad on the day and the end of the show, so I can't say much bad, to be honest. Sorry. But yeah. Pretty much this year has pretty much been an emotional roller coaster for me. And I don't say it's as much roller coaster was 2016 for me. And definitely at least more highs than that year for me. But it definitely was a crazy year. I would say that 14 did have me be more motivated, honestly. I think the one big plus on it is that I did end up watching ASMR, which I'm pretty sure most of you know that I do ASMR now. You guys know how I feel about ASMR at this point. And more than something I actually now enjoying doing, and I'm now a part of the community, and I've had so many great friendships, so many amazing people. It's just amazing. How do you feel about Domino's? I like Domino's. I pretty much have a lot of pieces of stuff in my area, honestly. A lot of the other piece of areas, honestly. But ASMR is the one that definitely has been one of the most positive thing that happened this year, especially with all the amazing friendships I made throughout the year. Like that, it's amazing. Honestly, I'm happy the longest real loved and some videos are probably the most viewers on my channel, honestly. Honestly, I probably have to start where I've been kind of up and down my channel, honestly, because I didn't want to overdo myself. Honestly, with too much, honestly, which I kind of feel I was doing at a certain point anyway. Honestly, and there have been a few times where I wasn't sure how I feel about my channel because I wasn't getting the views and parameters that was me. I was growing, but not as high as I want to, as much as views. And sometimes I end up comparing myself to other people on YouTubers, which something I know I probably shouldn't, but something I really can't help myself doing sometimes, to be honest. But thankfully, I stopped doing that and all that, so yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to remember anything else and look at that. So I'm trying to remember anything else and something that happened. Like remember? I guess no. I also auditioned for The Voice, and the reason did a video on that. If you want to check that out. Basically, I auditioned, didn't make it. Well, I'm kind of still feel bummed. I'm still happy about it. But the whole eight months have been the best thing that's happened to me, especially with all the friendships I made. Like, it's amazing how supportive the ASMR community is, how loving everyone is. Like, honestly, I wish more communities were like how amazing the ASMR community is. Like, so far, I haven't met anyone that's like boring, terrible, or an awful person. Pretty much everyone I met has always been so kind, welcoming, loving, caring, and I just connect with just like that. Like that. And some people I met only just a couple few months. I feel like I've known them for years. And for those people I'm sure know what I'm talking about, and I just plan on doing separate videos on all of them. Again, I recently did one on ASMR Shandy, and I plan on doing my other ASMRs as well, showing my love about them. And I'm happy to let us redo drumming ASMR videos again. I think it's going to be a 10 I was going to do, and like, attempt at least, but I thought people were going to feel tingly or say I'm a natural. Like, and hell, I wasn't sure if I would have time to do it or find the right time. Because again, ASMR is something you need perfect quiet for. And at the time, I wasn't sure if I was going to get that, but I was able to. I was able to find my times, and here we are. But 2020 has been like a huge up on me where it has definitely more highs than 2016 for me, but it definitely has some of the lows. Honestly, like, I was worried I was going to make my depression that year, but at least I think I didn't, and I was able to have some ways to have better emotions. And hell, a lot of times I even got yelled at. Yeah, I didn't cry. Usually I'm yelled at, I'll feel mad at myself when I cry, I have an outburst. That happened to me a few times. I got yelled a few times, and that didn't happen. That's a huge testament. Have you seen The Owl House, the new Disney cartoon? No, I haven't, but it's another show that is on my watch list. I'm not sure if I'm deception here about the show, but I think I might give it a watch, honestly. Yeah, I got this channel something I'm kind of getting back into, but I'm kind of just back and forth on, to be honest. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, forth. But I'll definitely have better control of my emotions here again. I definitely have my off moments, but at least they're more understandable. At least it's kind of more understandable. I mean, it's easy to feel frustrated when you're going through a lot of stuff this year, a lot of events that are happening throughout the year. Like, it's easy to feel, like, it's easy to not feel frustrated. I always try to make, I'm someone that's always a positive person. I'm someone that always tries to make positive. I mean, one of the things that everyone says to always about me is how positive I am and how I always love to spread positivity. I mean, hell, that's why I do a lot of those ASMR showers videos, and why I'm doing a series of ASMR, which by the way, I'm also trying to do a new character in those videos as well called Love Heart, which is a name I kind of up also been thinking of, like, I said, I thought in one world, and it's basically be like a more sweeter and more positive person than myself, which is definitely going to be interesting. So, yeah, 2020 overall, emotional roller coaster with some high highs but low lows, especially with the low lows. So if everyone watching and everyone at this watching, I hope 2020 is going to trend best for you. And I'm sending you guys all the love, greatness, and support in the world. And you guys know, if you haven't want to chat, if you don't want to talk, just know on my social media. You can always message me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Discord. If you have any that, you can always message me. If you ever need someone to talk to, I'll always be here. I'm someone that always does try to be here for everybody. So, again, message me on any of those social media if you ever want to talk. I missed Star vs. Evil. That's a show I definitely need to finish. I definitely need to finish Star vs. Evil. I watched the first season, I remember loving it. But I haven't finished the season. Season 3 I still was great, but I heard season 4 was kind of a train wreck. Especially with the ending. That's not going to be interesting when I finish the answer. But again, if you guys just want to talk to you on my social media, you can click me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat, or Discord. I'm sure you guys know my links to it. I don't know if I left it in this video, but if you have mentioned anytime you guys ever need anyone to talk to, I'm someone that will always be here and always be here if I want to talk, whether you want a message or want video chat or whatever. You guys know I will always be here. I'm someone that always tries to make people happy, and that's one thing that always everyone loves about me is that I do try to make people happy. Because you all need happiness, positivity sometimes. You all need to feel positive, especially for a time like these. And I'm someone that will always go beyond to make people happy. Yeah, so again, I hope the year is going better for you guys, and I really hope that the next half of the year will be much better. Okay, now that's taken care of. Let's now have a discussion on all the games, TV shows, and movies I've seen and played throughout 2020. 2020, again, it's weird that I actually did see like 45 movies this year, considering the movies are come by. I was able to see 4 movies. Something I actually really watched last week or so. But I was able to see 45 movies and 10 TV shows I've seen 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. Some have not released this year, but some have released this year. And I played a total of 5 games, and I have 6 one that I almost kind of getting close to finishing at some point. I'm going to try to complete some of the games I've been wanting to finish for the longest time. And I'm going to do the movies I've seen a total of 45. I still watching a lot of movies and all that. I mean, hell, you guys know I freaking watched every Studio Ghibli movie the first time. And I was doing a series on it, but do too much with the work I started nuts. I'm continuing at some points. I'm going to do that point. And eventually I'm probably going to do my ranking on all the movies. I still need to figure out, because again, this ranking is honestly pretty difficult, to be honest. But I mean, I guess this game has at least want to dig himself the games first. Again, I played a total of 5 games. We're going to spend on close to finishing. So let me know what any other games let me know in the chat in the comments any other games you played, not just games that were released this year, but games that were released in other years in general, because there are games that were released in other years. And let me know any other TV shows you've seen and movies you watched down in the comments down below. Let's have a nice discussion on all that. Hello, hey, hello, Strange World ASMR. Happy to have you here. Thank you for coming, man. Man, thank you for coming, man. I appreciate you showing up. What's your opinion on Total Drama Dark in this race? I think it's actually a pretty good show, actually. Definitely, a show I enjoyed a lot better than I thought it would, honestly. Honestly, it is. I think it's definitely one of the best Total Drama he has since season 4. Because the other two seasons were like the greatest, to be honest. I think it was like number 5 and 4 when I did my ranking of all seasons of Total Drama back last year. But it's a show I really enjoy. But yeah, let's discuss the games I played. I played a total of 5 games, like I mentioned. As for the first game review I'd done, after that, I pretty much took a little breather on games, because again, I feel like I was doing too much games, so I decided to just not stop doing it. But eventually I got back to it by me taking my time with it, to understand at least, but whatever. The first game I'm discussing is Control, which was the Remedy. It's people who did a couple of games I have not played, like Alan Wake or Quantum Break. I think a couple of games they've done, but I don't remember at the moment. But yeah, Control, I think, is honestly a fantastic game. Again, I'm still thinking about getting that still has an impact on me. I mean, after the game, I did do a ranking of all the main missions of the game, and as you know, I still have not played all the same missions of the game, but that's because again, I haven't played much games, so eventually I'm going to try to play all the side missions in the game, and I'm going to rank every side mission of the game. I think I'll have a few more I need to do. I'm going to try to 100% the game as well. But Control is definitely a fantastic game with amazing graphics, a great story. Again, it's very trippy, but it's trippy in all the best ways. There comes out I did get a little frustrated, but that might be more on me, honestly, because I'm not really the best game in the world. But everything from the graphics, story, characters, gameplay, it's all great and unique in the best way. It basically has a lot of tributes to Doctor Strange and the world and places of Exemption. And it basically has the best of Doctor Strange and the best of Exemption in terms of its visuals and its trippiness. Just, whoa. Saw your poster behind you. Life is Strange is one of my favorite games. Awesome. It's actually a game that's in my favorite game all the time, honestly. I guess I pretty much love the game at this point. I have done a few videos on it. Have you seen The Last Airbender movie? I'm going to say this. I will be doing a video on that movie very soon. Actually, we'll be doing one on the show itself very soon, along with I listed my 10 favorite characters that was suggested by a few YouTubers, so be on love with those coming very soon. But Big Troll, fantastic. Fucking loved it. And I mentioned that I'm going to play through it and beat it. And 100% it. And also this year I also planned on 4 games, which might not be a huge deal, honestly, but to me, it kind of is, honestly. And 2 of them were Lego games. Lego Star Wars Force Awakens, LA Multi Avengers, and 2 of them were actually click games. Ratchet Clank Up Arsenal, yeah, I much played the game, I actually never 100%ed it, and Ratchet Clank Into Nexus. Yes, I found 4 games this year. I was hoping I found at least 1 game, and I didn't have to do 4, to be honest. And I'm trying to go release by this year, and I'm going to do it with one of the games that I mentioned later on, or a couple other games like I mentioned Control. But let's get on to the next game I'm discussing, and that is the original Bioshock. Yeah. I actually did attempt to do a blind playthrough on Bioshock. Now, let's get out of the way. I don't think I'm going to do blind playthroughs anymore, honestly, because I had to get the link for that. I think it's really not my thing, to be honest, because I really haven't been the greatest, to be honest, on my blind playthroughs, so yeah, I don't think I'm going to do blind playthroughs on my channel anymore, so yeah. Oh, hey, Sleep On. Hey, Julie. Hey, Sleep On ASMR. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate your support. You think you will update one that's CN Disney Nickelodeon list? Honestly, I'm not. At some point, yeah. I think at some point I'm going to update them monthly. Also, I don't know surprised a lot of the views what my videos got. I think 2017 I did do an updated list of my worst Disney Channel shows. That video's all like on 230 views. Sometimes I checked. Like, I'm not surprised how much views that video's been getting, honestly. Like, it's awesome launch though, but I'm kind of surprised on that. Honestly, I'm glad I did it till recently, to be honest, but yeah, that answer it, but yeah, I did attempt to do a Blood Bioshock, but actually I don't think I'm best to do Blood Things. Like I did attempt to do it a couple times on Slick, and wait until dawn, then I went Wolf Among Us, I went to set my camera. Like doing stuff what I did was Red Dead Redemption 2018. So have you seen Pickle and Peanut? Is that Cartoon Network show, I think? If not, but the answer to the question, no, I had not seen that show. But yeah, back to Bioshock. Again, tempted to play through of it, ended up going for some footage, and honestly, I was really impressed with my videos on that anyway, so I don't think I'd delete them on my channel, but I ended up kind of privating them as I didn't want to. Honestly, I just end up kind of privating on my channel, so in a way I agree with them, but not really, if that makes any sense. I mean, I wasn't really the most impressive anyway, so I just decided not to do it anymore, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I didn't really do much gameplay to this later because it goes to work, but hopefully I can get back to that very soon. Maybe I'll try to get to it tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll try to at least finish my playthrough right to the Tomb Raider. But back to Bioshock. This game is considered to be one of the best games of all time, and I had the collection of 2018. Again, I've been trying to kind of play big games that I've been wanting to play for the longest time before I started playing new games, before I buy new games. So, like, some of my actually thinking about Death Stranding, but I thought, let's wait till I finish a couple of games before I do so. But yeah, I finally beat Bioshock 2007, the original game. It's considered one of the best games of all time. And while I can definitely see that, I don't think it's definitely. I don't think it's for me, honestly. Like, it's definitely a great game throughout. Like, it definitely was a fun experience. Yeah, I'm not gonna frustrate with my videos, but it's definitely a game that had great atmosphere, great, interesting characters, fun locations, a great world, and some great gameplay. And there are definitely some few frustrating sections for me. I'll say it's just the frustrating sections can be my problem from the game, and it could be a positive or negative, or not just nothing at all, depending on the game itself and how I was feeling. But the few sections where I was done frustrated, especially near the end, and the final boss, the face it wasn't that great, to be honest. But then, it's a game I just don't know if I want to see myself revisiting, to be honest, but okay, I can see myself why Bioshock is as classic, isn't it? Pretty much after I beat a certain game I'll talk about a little bit, I'm going to try to beat Bioshock 2 and Bioshock Infinite. Oh yeah. Do you still think I can do in just the top 2 worst? Yes, those 2 shows are still top 2 worst for me. Honestly, I really can't stand those shows on. That's probably some of the worst aspects of these shows on, especially Jesse. In some episodes kind of gets the pleasure away, but yeah. But Bioshock, great game. Just not from playing that. Eventually, and after I beat something, talk about a little bit, I would plan on playing Bioshock 2 and Bioshock Infinite. Bioshock 2 I heard is a good game when I was with the first, and Bioshock 10 I heard nothing but amazing things about, so let's hope I love those games. And I do, and that. Another game on top balance again, I was planning on doing a review on, but I'm not sure I want to on it, but let me know if you guys do see, but next game I'm discussing is 2018's Shadow of the Colossus. I loved Jesse as a kid, not so much anymore. Yeah, I don't know what to think about that show, to be honest. But I did recently beat 2018's Shadow of the Colossus, but you guys know it's a remake of the 2005 PS2 classic, which I have never played. Not that I didn't want to at this time. I never even heard of the game, honestly, until I started watching videos on Watch Mojo, to be honest. I was like, Shadow of the Colossus, like, I never even heard the game, honestly. I think I just never got around to playing. I don't know about the remake around the year came out. It took me until now to finally beat it. I was going to beat it, but I stopped playing for some reason. Maybe it's because I was stuck on a certain boss, or, I was kind of feel how I was about the game stuff aspect I mentioned earlier. But, again, I didn't really end up finishing it on time. But it took me until just recently to finally finish Lost 2018. And again, like about your 2017-2000, it's a game that is great. I can definitely see why it is a World Classic. But I don't think it is, because I can see myself playing this more than Bioshock, honestly. Honestly, it's a game that has a lot of great efforts to it. I just know it hit me as emotionally as I thought I was going to, honestly. Like, it's a game that is pretty much classified as art. Like, this is a game that about one else. You can't really classify art. I would go with Shadow of the Colossus. Because it's a game that pretty much has great visual storytelling. It's a game that has beautiful graphics, great gameplay, and the class layout definitely some of the best. Again, some class layout are better than others. Some can be great, epic, and amazing. Some can be questionable, and some can be really frustrating. Some can be just not just. Again, split up in the air, we're hungry enough, but some are definitely some of the best boss fights in pretty much gaming history. This honestly is. And I think that one of the games that really does make you feel bad for actually killing them because they didn't really do anything to you, to be honest. So, yeah. But Chunk Lost is, I think this is still a great game, honestly. And there's a reason why this game is still as classic and acclaimed as it is. Again, I don't know if it's all time favorite for me yet, but it's definitely a great game. And I might still do a review on it, but we'll see on that. I'm not about the two games that I'm not going to talk too much about because I already recently did do reviews on it. One of it is Last of Us Part 2. I did do a review of it, and I recently uploaded a spoiler review of it. And I actually do plan on doing a top 10 best moments list on it coming this week, so be on the lookout very soon. But again, guys, now I love Last of Us Part 2. I can understand some divisive aspects. Sorry. I can understand some divisive aspects of The Last of Us Part 2, but it is truly a fantastic game that I'm still thinking about how emotional it was to this very day, a couple weeks ago. And it's really how much I actually did beat the game in pretty much a weekend. I don't know how my friend thought the game was just so short, but it's because I was really loving the game, so. But that game's fantastic. And the other one, of course, you guys know is SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, which you guys know is a remake of the original Battle for Bikini Bottom game that was released in 2003. And I think Rehydrated is a fantastic platform, honestly. Again, this game is going to blow you away. But honestly, in a way, I really don't get what the kids game, to be honest. It's a game that has a lot of fun, a lot of energy, there's a lot of effort put into it. It was definitely a fun platformer, had great boss battles, had great cards to collect, it was great fun in the world, and eventually I actually did plan on doing a ranking of all the worlds in that game. I want to kill 100% before you do it though, first. But that game is fantastic. And I honestly, considering how emotionally beat out was last part 2, I think it's that's like fun, and that really did it for me. So I don't know if it's that I my game so much. Yeah. What about Ant Farm? I kind of enjoy Ant Farm, honestly. It's not one of the best shows, honestly, but the show, I just kind of enjoy it, honestly. Like, it still has a lot of llamas shows, but the show that looks that bad, honestly. The show I don't think is one of the worst, to be honest. Again, it's hard to just me, but either. And pretty much one game of time against the game I have not beaten yet, so I'm not getting too much into it. And that is the remake, the original remake of Resident Evil. Yeah, I was hoping to be at least one Resident Evil game this week. This year, I've been trying to play some of the Resident Evil games, honestly. And again, it's a horror games I'm trying to get into. I'm just doing my thing, honestly, but it hasn't been easy. Also, trying to get used to this genre, and I eventually I knew playing Resident Evil 4 and the Resident Evil 2 remake. So I think I try with this first, honestly. I'm not really getting my thoughts into it right now. When I beats in the game, two campaigns, I do plan on doing a review of it. So be on that very soon. So that's been going to get to that. I'll be doing the Bioshock games and then probably do the other two Resident Evil games after that. So but that's all the games I played throughout this year. Control, Shadow of Colossus, Bioshock, Last of Part 2, and SpongeBob Miss Battle Keep Bottom with now I'm currently playing with the original Resident Evil. And now again, let me know down comments down below in chat what games that you guys played down below, what games that you played and beaten this year. I would love to know what games that you are currently playing. So now let's talk about TV shows. I've thought about doing a ranking of every single show, Disney show I see what's the best, but it seemed way too hard. Kinda. You know, guys, I'm be right back. I'm going to do this up real quick. BRB. Yes, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to do something really quick, but hold on. But yeah, I'm back here, so let's keep talking about now. Let's talk about the TV shows I've seen throughout 2020, and not just TV shows that were released this year, but TV shows in general. Again, I've seen a total of, let's double check, 15 TV shows. Like a couple I have not seen all season. That's probably one show on the list I have not seen all the seasons of, but I pretty much have seen that much TV shows this year. But you can also let me know what TV shows you've seen this year around the channel in the comments. So, pretty much this I'm talking about is basically all CW CBS shows that released this year. Like got Arrow season 8, which I think was an amazing finale. Found season 2 an amazing show in my opinion. So, oh hello Sarah Troop, happy to see you here. Hope you're doing well. Are you talking English? Yes, I'm talking English, but hey, Ben 2000, happy to chat. Hope you guys are doing well. But Arrow Season 8 was definitely an amazing conclusion to a great show. In my opinion, honestly, it definitely is a great show. Flash Season 6 was great, definitely the best season the show has had since Season 2. Legends of Tomorrow Season 5 was another fantasy to a show that was pretty much about the most consistent quality in terms of being great. Right, every season of the show, there really has been a bad season or just a bad season in Legends of Tomorrow Season 5. Oh yes, just not very clearly. Huh. I'm sorry if you can't hear me clearly, so I'm doing good. How are you? I'm doing great, Sarah. Thank you for asking. I'm happy to have you here, my friend. Yeah, hand out Chain, I do recommend it. But the Legends Tomorrow has definitely been the most consistent Arrow show, and C5 is definitely up there for the best show. Honestly, it's up there with season 3 as the best season of the show. Then you got season 5 of Supergirl, which I think is definitely the basis of the show. That pretty much has started just okay to good to really good to great to fantastic. Especially have some of the most emotional moments of the show and at the Everest in general, especially the whole thing involving Lena and Supergirl. There's just really so much to love about that season, and the show that really has gotten better. I think the reason why that show, why they think presses on for that. And then season 1 Batwoman, the show that's probably the biggest bang I've seen any show in a very long time. I've been watching The Flash on Netflix. Good for you. Hope you've been enjoying it. But Batwoman season 1 is probably the biggest mixed bag of any show I have seen in a long time. Where it has a lot of great elements to it, a lot of great episodes, and I really like Ruby Rose's character. But that show I feel really goes heavy-handed and just all in your face with the messages, and they don't make Ruby KK real that much of a character, honestly. I'm saying gonna go heavy with the female empowerment stuff, which I'm happy to do it right, but not when you overdo it. Not when you overdo it. That's usually what the problem was, because people are like, oh, you're saying women, you just think women aren't that great. It's like, I love women, obviously, but when you're trying to when you're trying to do a female empowerment, you gotta make sure they do it right. Not make sure you hate on all the men on the show, and that's how I get up this kind of stuff from, but I think that's a video for another day, honestly. But yeah, that shows a huge mixed bag in my opinion. So I understand stuff like a good year for the Arrowverse shows in my opinion, especially after the Heroes of Crisis Infinite Earth, which I think is the best crossover of the entire Arrowverse, and I still do. Not about the other shows. And next one I'm talking about is part 2 of season 6 of BoJack Horseman, which you guys know is one of my favorite shows of all time. I fucking love BoJack Horseman. I watched the show for the first time in 2018, and I don't know why I'm still to watch it, because that show is honestly fan-freaking-tastic. Have you seen That's So Raven? Yes, I have seen That's So Raven. I truly think it is a great show. Again, I haven't seen the show in a long time, honestly. I've seen the spin-off show Raven's Home, which I think is actually a especially good show, actually. But that's Raven. I don't say I remember. I don't say I remember being like a huge watcher of That's So Raven. But I remember really liking it for the time I watched it. Mm-hmm. Oh, and thank you, Sarah, for sharing my live stream on Twitter. I do appreciate that. I really mean a lot. But about the BoJack Horseman again, and in a nutshell, that pretty much has an amazing finale. It's basically everything made BoJack Horseman so great. It basically took a lot of the messages, a lot of the stuff it always does well, and just does it amazingly. And the show really, it's probably the perfect balance, trying to have the perfect balance between comedy and make you laugh, and emotional stuff make you cry like a baby. For me, each season has probably gotten better and better and better as it went along. And season one might have been the best, but it was still enjoyable. But basically, as it went along, it's more emotional, has some incredible, impactful stuff. Just wow, those are the ones that will really break you. And it's not just a finale in the last couple episodes. Just wow, this is truly a phenomenal show. If you're not checked it out, like the finale was even more great. Yeah. Natural Top is actually the only show I have not finished at all. Season 2, and that is My Hero Academia. Again, I always trying to watch more anime. Honestly, that's kind of goal here, and I think I kind of do well with that, but I haven't really been the best at doing reviews on it. And I did do an ASMR video on Season 1, and I think somewhere this month I will be doing on Season 2, which I have finished. Well, I think some of this week I will start watching Season 3, and then I'll view that. I'm probably do all the reviews of all the seasons and do ASMR videos on them. Not sure which I'm going to watch next, honestly, but I'm not invitations they do want anime was want to watch. But yeah, Friday seeing the show's definitely great, and I see why people still love Clay as one of the best animes ever. Against the only one on this list I have not finished, so. Yeah, then we have High School Musical, the musical of the series. Like, honestly, while looking at all the shows, I kind of look at all the views I've done, I still have gotten even watch the show, honestly. I guess I try and trust the quality of the show, but like, I've got even watched this, honestly, to be honest. But honestly, it's definitely a bit better than I expected it to be, because I'm not sure anybody really wanted a series on High School Musical. Also, the first half was a bit rocky, and I kind of thought it was like too much on nostalgia involved in the movies, which I do love. I do love the movies. I do hold touch my heart. They're not particularly amazing, but the movies I still hold on and like are truly the best Disney Channel version movies they've done. The attempted Channel version movies they are definitely the best ones. And I think the first time I kind of just focused way too much on nostalgia, and it kind of ruined proportions and didn't make characters really interesting. And I found there was more kind of real versions of the characters. That makes sense. But I feel the second half though was definitely a much better one. It did say he's being down bland to me. I didn't get like a 7 out of 10 in my original review, and I would probably stand by that. Was it? Yeah, I was 7 out of 10. I gave that series. And then we have Australian Survivor All Stars. Again, I recently did watch basically a lot of the Australian stuff, like seasons of the show. And I did do a ranking of all the Australian Survivor seasons. I did do all my favorite contestants on Australian Survivor. Not sure that thing is definitely a really solid season, but one that's kind of disappointing. Much of that wasn't as exciting as I was hoping it would be. It has great moments, great characters, and has a incredible winner, even though he's probably easily the most predictable winner ever on Survivor. Like, easily the most predictable winner ever on the show, in my opinion. Just, oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy how predictable David was as a winner in that season. But not too much on that. But now we get to Survivor Winners of War. Which, in a way, I'm kind of debating whether or not I say it is probably the best season of Survivor. I'm going to kind of say that, but I'm still, in a way, kind of believing on that. But Winners of War, in my opinion, was a fantastic season. Again, it was a perfect season. Not really. I'm lying. I can understand people will have problems with Edge Extinction. I'm saying not personally, I loved it. And there are one of the portions I wish I could see more of, honestly. And that's probably why I think they showed that 90 minutes in each episode, to be honest, or 2 hours in each episode, to be honest. But Winners of War is easily up there as my favorite season of Survivor, with Kagiana has pretty much every episode screen how much I love the show. And it was definitely the best season I love to talk about. Have you seen Big City Greens? Yes, I have seen Big City Greens, and I think it's definitely up there and maybe as part of Disney Channel's best show in years. So I probably might do hoping to do a video on that at some point, but Big City Greens I think is a fantastic show. The first show I probably enjoyed a lot more than I thought it would, actually, I'm not gonna lie. But now the next show we talk about is Love Victor. which you guys know is actually a sequel, a show that's set in the same universe as 2018's Love Simon, which is a combination of those like 2018, like I mentioned. And by the way, another Love Simon, I would highly recommend you. I think it's a truly fantastic show. Fantastic movie with realistic characters. Movie that pretty much actually enjoyed Nick Robinson. Great characters, great humor, and a pretty emotional ending. Well, a pretty interesting mystery as well that I wasn't expecting to be as unpredictable as it was, honestly. But I love some great movie that I would definitely recommend you watch that already. And this is kind of the same universe of it. I think it's now on Hulu. It wasn't on Disney Plus, but yeah, I think I don't know more about that there. But look at I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I thought it would actually. It's a show that does play a little bit safe some areas. It's a show that doesn't have any surprises. Not really. But it does take a lot of the elements to what I love about Love Simon. I love seeing charm, I love seeing great characters that don't feel like retreads of previous characters, but like their own characters. Again, I really like certain characters, but I pretty much enjoy all the characters in the show. Again, it does feel a little bit safe, but it still hits a lot of the emotion, it's still a lot of the realness. And honestly, I think I do more seasons of the show, but I'm definitely excited to see what they do with the other seasons down the road. I can really see what else they do with the show. They end up continuing. I'm not sure if they have new seasons, honestly, and let me know if they have. But I think it's a show that I would definitely recommend checking out. If Hulu, if you ever want anyway, check it out. But basically, I would definitely recommend it again if you have Hulu or if you have any way to watch it. Next, we have a show that I'm probably going to actually play on review very soon. And that is Parks and Recreation. I'm not going to say much about this show because I'm actually am going to review it very soon, honestly. I actually meant to have a review on the last couple of days, but I haven't really had time to film it. But I'm definitely very excited to review that show. That's all I'm going to say, honestly. And next one I'm talking about is Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn. I'm talking about both seasons. Like season one that ended this year, and then they end up having a new season April to June, which I did end up watching the entire show on it. I'm not sure if I don't know if I'm still going to do season 2 review, honestly, but I'm to the way both seasons are fantastic. Like, honestly, I was actually surprised at how much I actually really enjoyed Harley Quinn. I really was expecting to enjoy Harley Quinn as much as I did. Not to say it wasn't what bad on, so it's just a show I was going to enjoy. Not really because of the humor or whatever, just I wasn't sure how to feel about certain things. But the show I enjoyed a lot more than I would. Like, it's a show that's pretty much true rated R stuff. Like, it's a show that really shows its rated R-ness. I think more than did Birds of Prey, honestly, which I definitely talk about in the movie section. But man, again, I really wasn't expecting to love the movie much as I did, honestly. To love so much as I did. It's honestly the funniest show I have seen in years. Like, many moments I was just laughing my ass off. Like, I was surprised at how much hilarious and funny it was, honestly. Like, wow, it was hilarious. Like, oh my god, it was hilarious. Right, not much the image. It's actually great and still had a great story with great characters that had great chemistry, great banter. And season 2, I'm not sure which season I think is better, honestly. And eventually, I'll probably do a ranking of all the up season 2, which I did season 1. But I think Harley Quinn is definitely probably the most fascinating show I've seen in years. And if you haven't able to check it out, I would highly recommend it. Me and Gwen watched Harley Quinn. It was amazing. Well, happy you guys enjoyed it, man. I'm happy you guys enjoyed it. Because Harley Quinn is definitely a great, amazing show, in my opinion. But now I have 2 more shows to talk about. And both the shows I did season reviews on my channel. First one is Star Wars Rebels. And I did review all the seasons of the show. It was one of the first show I reviewed this year. And Star Wars, I think it's actually a pretty great show, actually. I'm not sure it's an all-time favorite, but it's definitely a great show. Season 1 was a bit rocky in some areas. It had a lot of certain characters. The show I definitely enjoyed, but the show I felt like a little too much on stuff from Star Wars, but I still enjoyed it. But I think season 2 and 3, though, are true fantastic seasons that have some of the best Star Wars content you will ever see. Especially stuff involving Ahsoka and all that. Ahsoka and Darth Vader and Mum Dash was pretty impactful and emotional. Again, we've seen the seasons, you know what I'm talking about, and has more well-defined characters and relationships. I think even season 4 I thought was actually pretty grand. I'm still not sure how I feel about the ending as a whole and some portions, but I think it was still a good season, and pretty much the whole show, my opinion, is great, honestly. Oh, that actually reminds me, there's another show I actually, someone got the project I forgot to watch, and that is Star Wars The Clone Wars. Come on, I forgot to Star Wars The Clone Wars. Yeah, I didn't have to watch pretty much the majority of the entire show, honestly. It's one of those shows that I think gets better as it goes along, because the first 2 seasons sounds like amazing. They're not bad by any means, but they were more so on the kid-friendly side of things. But like the more it went along, the more impactful it gets. And it's weird because it's a season that basically. So I mean, again, it's kind of weird because it's surely you probably know what's going to happen because again, it's between episode 2 and 3 because you kind of know what's going to happen in certain portions, but it's still really impactful and it's good to know some new characters and some great sequences, especially season 5, and I think it has an impactful ending. And season 6, I think, was an incredible season. In season 7, I wasn't sure if season 7, honestly. I think they should have done season 7, but actually before Rebels, honestly. But again, it wasn't impossible, or they didn't think it was going to happen, or it wasn't in the control, or whatever. But season 7, I still think it's a fantastic season. Again, the first 4 episodes were I think it was like 4, 6. I think it was 8 episodes, I believe it had. How many episodes it have again? But I think the first half was a little up in the air, but the second half was fantastic. It has some of the best and most emotional Star Wars content you will ever freaking see. And the last show, I was gonna say, like, anything I should have done to? No, okay, it's probably shit. The last show I'm discussing about is Fear the Walking Dead. Now, mission caught up on this show. I already did watch season 1 and began reviewed back in 2016 when the season was airing. And I thought it was actually a really good season, and it took me until just now, 2016 for me to finally catch up on the show. And I recently upload all my reviews on the show. Pittsburgh. Season 2, decent. Season 3, fantastic. Season 4, whatever. Based on very questionable choices. But season 5, easily the worst season in that show. One of the worst TV seasons I've seen in quite some time. Like, Jesus, that season was terrible. Again, they posted a review about it like a week ago. You guys want to check that out. Again, I have all of these want to check this out. But, man, last season was. Well, that's all the TV shows I have seen this year. Again, let me know what TV shows you've seen this year down in the chat in the comments down below. Again, you guys have any questions you want to ask me, if you let me know down in the chat. But now let's discuss all the 2020 releases. Again, this one I'm going for 2020. Talk about all 4 movies I see. Again, some of these I never get a chance to review. I'm kind of up in the air with movie views lately, and I guess I do apologize on that because my channel is doing well with the views. So again, I do apologize for having to do much movie reviews on my channel lately. But honestly, I really haven't been that motivated to really do reviews, to be honest. Because I've been more focused on content, I've been doing like the top 10s, rankings, and all that stuff, which I actually have more fun doing. Not saying I don't have fun doing movies, obviously. I don't know. Just I really haven't been feeling that. Like I said, I'm saying the movie space injury right now. Obviously, it doesn't make sense, honestly. But again, my apologies. I really haven't posted probably not as much content as I want to. So I hope you guys understand that. But I was able to still see 45 movies this year. Wait, so I make sure 45. Yeah, 45. I just want to double check. But yeah, I've seen a total of 45 movies this year. 45 movies. And I'm here to talk about them. And stuff has had some good movies and some bad movies. And basically going to go from my bottom to the top. Bottom, top. So I heard the Abby sex scene was very disgusting last West. I'm not sure if I would think that, honestly, but I can definitely see why people would think that. But I wouldn't honestly think that, to be honest. But yeah, let's discuss all 45 movies I have seen throughout 2020. Again, these are actual 2020 releases. And so Let's talk about probably the worst movie. And this is one of the most recent movie I have seen, and that is 365 Days, which is a Netflix movie that's about basically a guy that kidnaps a girl and gives her 365 days to fall in love with him. And this is a guy that pretty much saw her one day and then saw her randomly one day and was obsessed with her ever since. And it's basically kind of like a 50 Shades of Grey type of situation. And yeah, plus now it's basically he kidnaps someone, helps them hostage, it gives them to fall in love with them, and then she some reason does fall in love with her. Like, I don't know, for that premise alone, like, I'm pretty sure, like, this is why Netflix Shades of Grey, and it pretty much is. I wouldn't say it's as bad as those movies on to I wouldn't say it's bad as that movie after last year. I don't remember if that was my worst movie that year, but it was definitely up there. I'll say it's probably the least kind of bearable, but the movie's still pretty dog shit in my opinion. The movie's still pretty terrible. Like, oh my god, this video was so boring, so uninteresting, and then everybody's like, why are those two falling in love again? Like, why would she fall in love with him? Especially how creepy and possessive he is. Not mention everything involving cinematography, directing, the writing, some questionable lines in the movie. Storytelling, it's so all over the place with his characters and so all over the place with his storytelling. And I don't know if it's going to get a sequel, but yeah, this movie's terrible. Don't If you have Netflix, don't watch it. Do not watch it. Now we get to what Richard was my worst of the year, and that is, which is number 4, and that is The Wrong Missy. It's a Happy Madison movie. And you're on the way out, and I'm pretty sure just by saying Happy Madison, I think a lot of you pretty much know what that means. I think a lot of you pretty much know what that means by Happy Madison. I hate to leave right now, but I'll be back, guys. So that's it. Hey guys, I'm back. And my apologies. I did that again. Okay, it's been distracted myself but hopefully I won't have to leave again. So again, I hope you guys are still enjoying the stream so far. Again, hopefully this won't happen again, but what I had happened while I was how it's going to happen while I was filming guys in the chat, but yeah, again, I'll explain about my most filming is as I was saying I'll talk about the movies I've seen this year so far, what my worst 365 days, and now let's talk about the Raw Missy, which again is a Happy Madison movie, which again when you hear me phrase Happy Madison, you know you're in for something, because Happy Madison doesn't really show the field with art, or again, not all the movies I really hate, but they don't really have good track record, especially on Netflix. I mean, a couple of movies are just not that bad, honestly, especially remember Missy from last year. So, well, and then I heard nothing about it, so I started to watch, and yeah, still on. Missy is definitely probably one of the most comics I've seen in quite some time. It has David Spade in the movie where basically he basically has going to this conference and he says it's going to be Missy, but turns out it's a different Missy. And no matter don't try to complain, and it's but no matter don't try to complain about logic in comedies, but the huge gap between logic and between that movie and this is just really like again if you see the movie you basically know why. Just man. But this movie's terrible, and the actress that plays the actual Misty is probably what's from of the year. And some extent how crazy this is, somehow think you should care about the relationship, and they don't really have any chemistry and don't really spend a lot of time together. So, for some reason, but also in some ways, like she doesn't even make any sense here. But even the comments on land has a lot of the typical Happy Madison tropes that normally would play in any Happy Madison movie. The movie has a lot of tropes, and it has a lot of stuff that you expect Happy Madison movie, not in a good way. I don't want to say this is the worst Happy Madison movie I've seen, but it's definitely one of the worst of the year. Just, wow. Now we get to number 43, which is the last zero of FAK this year, and that is Bram's The Boy 2. Now, a lot of people say two other horror movies that's probably the worst horror movie of the year, but for me, it's easily this movie again. This is something that I actually really enjoyed the first The Boy that came out in 2016, starring Lana Cohan. This one got Kate Holmes, and this movie basically kind of retconned, kind of forgot why the first one was so good in the first place. I wasn't sure I loved the movie to be good, but I didn't want it to be this bad. It has some of these stupidest characters I've seen in the movie in quite some time. Some horror characters can tend to be stupid. I think we all can really agree on that. The horror characters can be stupid sometimes. But it's one case where it's like, are you serious? You should know this. You should not be this naive. Again, no, I don't play about stupidity in horror movies. Honestly, it kind of depends on seeing, especially if it's a horror genre. Like, really can't be this stupid. But this was like, really can't be this stupid, honestly. Not much in the acting is kind of bland as well. Some of the story I'm starting to make any sense. And the other stuff kind of just retconned the first, everything involved in the first movie. Kind of like just forgot everything about when the first one was so good. And then the characters were interesting or remarkable. The scares were basically just your typical jump scares, your typical false scares, basically all the terrible stuff that you went to any horror place, any modern horror movie. And that basically happens in this movie. It's also one of the most generic horror movies I've seen quite some time. That's saying something. But yeah, this movie is boring and interesting, and this movie the boy really shouldn't have gotten a sequel, honestly, despite how good it was. It's not even that great for me. I wouldn't put on my best horror movies 2010, not even all mentions, but it was definitely on the solid range for me. But yeah. Don't watch this. So the zeros of the year. Now let's go to the D minuses. Now, 42, we have Artemis Fowl. Now, to be honest, if it wasn't for the somewhat actually good production values of this movie, Artemis Fowl would easily be my worst movie of the year. because this movie is probably the most. It is either the most boring movie of 2020. Like honestly, I wasn't sure how to feel about this movie, but I wasn't expecting it to be a disaster as it was. Like again, I felt this movie was supposed to be like a lot longer. It sounds like trimmed down a lot because a lot of stuff's kind of just explained. It's too much happening. It's so much setup where it's ridiculous and so much going on in the movie. Where I'm like, really? And I don't really care about the characters. Josh Gad has this awful narration. The acting is terrible. And it has one of the worst climaxes I've seen in quite some time. We expect to have this big, epic fight. But it's not there. It's like, hey, what if hey, watch the sequel where it's probably not going to happen. Because probably should have made it to the TV series. Again, I never read the book. I never read the books, but I never really read the books it's based on. But I think here's a few issues people saying. Is like, this probably much interesting, honestly. I mean, hell, this game should have been a lot longer. I don't know why it was as short as it was, to be honest. This one was like, why is it as short as it was? It should be, something like this, that my opinion, should have been a lot longer. But this movie is pretty terrible. Like, yeah. Don't watch this. Don't. At number 41, we have The Murder in the Compound System, which was the first movie I had seen this year. And this is from the director of The Haunting and Sharon Tate last year, which arguably is a conversation terrible movie that describes a personal tragedy into a home invasion movie. And how much they shoved love out that, how much they all want to shove your face like, she's gonna die, and all. It's like, really? So I said, and again, one of the things is this one, again, the Murder of Man Simpson, again, they have to show that she's going to die, that she's going to get killed and murdered. And I also think the person that plays the main actress is definitely not that bad, and she's probably the only main positive of the entire movie that does say for being not as strong shit at that movie. That's excuse me for being boring. That's excuse me for being boring. I don't even much to say about me, to be honest. Like, I don't have to grab a South Korean time to try to look at all the movies I've seen, to be honest. But this was the first movie I've seen this year, and it would definitely be on my worst. At number 42, we got a movie that I did recently see, and that is Capone. Again, that movie I really wanted to like. And this is also from Josh Trank, who was it Josh Trank? Yeah, this was from Trank, I believe, because this is for me since the disaster that was going forward. Like that. I mean, like a movie about Capone, like this could be very interesting. It's got Tom Hardy in the role. It's gonna be great, but unfortunately, the movie's not good. It does have some great camera work, and it does have some couple of good moments that do save it from being a downright disaster. Though it is still a disaster. I don't even say Tom Hardy was praiseworthy. His performance is definitely divisive, but it didn't really work for me, honestly. It's probably easiest worst performance here. And it's really, they're really trying to. I think it's just on the bottom days of this guy, but I don't think he does a good job making you really deep into him and get to see really what made these characters and what made them connect to Capone in the first place. It just had a problem with making you connect with these characters, even Capone himself. Because then they end up calling this asshole, don't have an ancient motivation. They're doing it, dive deep into a lot of these people. Just random stuff that happens. That's basically all I can really say about this movie, honestly. Again, if you're just doing that's fine. Again, I really want to enjoy it, honestly, but this movie is easily probably the most disappointing movie of the year, honestly. At number 39, we have the horror movie The Turning. I mean, that does have some pretty solid performances, especially Jessica Davis. But the kids are very creepy. The movie has some of the worst jump scares ever. And it easily has the worst ending of the year. I'm not... Again, the worst ending, and I'm using air quotes because the ending really isn't an ending. The ending really, 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 really isn't an ending because it just ends. With no resolution. No nothing. No anything. That's the best way to end this movie. And now we're on the films I gave a D to, coming in at 38 is The Grudge, which is a remake of The Grudge. I think it's the second American remake behind the one with Sarah Michelle Gellar, at least 2004. But you're talking about generic, this is easily the most generic, one of the most generic movies I've ever seen. Like, Again, it does have some good performances that do save it from being a downright disaster. It does have some interesting ideas, and this the Pull Home I think has the most potential to be an interesting movie. It's just unfortunate that the writing was terrible, the scares were terrible, and just basically as terrible as every horror movie. It has horror movies in the book, has some creepy, stupid characters, some questionable aspects to it, and kind of forgot what made the original movie so good, especially involving the actual creature, and CGI is also pretty terrible. So again, something much like sounds like again, movie I really forgot to recently. It's also The Grudge, pretty bad. Number 37, we have Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution. Now, this is actually a CGI remake of Pokemon's first movie, which I would say is actually an amazing movie. But remember, I definitely hold dear to my heart. Yeah, it doesn't have some of the best elements to it, but I'll consider up there as one of the best Pokemon movies. Honestly, again, I'm not seen every Pokemon movie, but it's definitely up there as one of the best in my opinion. It's actually a pretty still good movie in my opinion. This movie, though, kind of forget what made that movie actually good. Good, and I mean, the word I think was good. There are definitely some good moments that still hit, but I couldn't not. But the animation was pretty bland. It was pretty uninteresting, honestly. And a lot of that don't hit, especially climax in the movie. That it's a moment that always hit for me, but it just didn't here. And I do add a couple new elements to it. Again, it's basically I need a couple new elements which don't really add much. This movie is basically a shot remake on the original. Again, and it's weird because I'm someone that actually does enjoy a Lion King remake, honestly. For again, shot remake as it was, honestly, but I think because it's some elements they actually tried, honestly, and especially with the visuals and the other moments I think still work really well, and the voice acting was really good. Yeah, I think the honest that made that remake work for me. But for this, everything else just kind of fell, especially with the writing here, especially with especially all the dialogue that was said here, which some is considered in the movie, but some really just does sound interesting. But yeah, definitely one of the weakest Pokemon movies. Definitely one of the worst Pokemon movies out there. Probably one of the worst things I have seen some of them because I have not seen some of the people considered to be the true terrible Pokemon movies. But yeah, it's not good. Now for the only D plus movie racing this year, at number 36, now it's Like a Boss. I mean, I didn't think it was as damning as it would be, but it's still pretty bad. Okay, I don't even remember me that much, honestly. I know that Rose Batista has to do, let's try and have some chemistry. It does have a couple good moments, but has some moments that I'm coming all the time. Has it pretty much mostly every comment, every joke pretty much land. So pretty much every joke doesn't really land for me. It's boring, it's uninteresting, unfunny. There's again, I don't remember the movie much, honestly. But at least remember more than my number 35, which is probably the most forgettable movie of the United States Dangerous Lies. Kill Me My Dead still remember thing about it. Everything else is just plain forgettable. Moving on. Now for the C plus is a number 34. You get to one a film that did kind of disappoint me, and that is Spencer Confidential. You guys know this is actually from the latest Peter Pokemon Walker movie. And while I will say this is definitely a much better project than Mile 22, which you guys know I really can't stand that movie, honestly. And it's definitely much better than that. This movie is just fine, honestly, and it's definitely still my most. It's because I really wanted to enjoy as much as I did, honestly. It just have some good moments, just have some funny moments, just have good action, and Mama Bug and I really the I played them, but they were pretty good in the worlds as well, though. But if you pretty much just every about how movie, that's pretty much what you get. Again, I know I don't play about cliches in movies, but this one cases where it was just too cliche that I was like, come on, not even trying to try this on you here. I mean, I probably doesn't really mind cliches in movies as long as it's done well, as long as they do try to do something interesting with it. And I don't think they do that much here, honestly. Nothing. And there are definitely some fun moments here. But again, it's just alright, honestly, for me. And then the next one I'm talking about now is Doolittle. Yeah, Doolittle is C plus for me. A lot of people think this movie is awful, terrible, unfunny as hell. Man, it's almost like I've never seen one. Again, this movie is still on C plus range for me. I'm not like defending it or anything because this movie isn't that good, honestly. I want to love it, honestly, but honestly, Robert Adrian does do a pretty good job. You know, his accent's kind of off in some areas. Like, I'm not saying those are bad performances here, but it does. I still does try honestly. And some of the voice when the animals are pretty good. CGI animals actually looks pretty good for the most part. It does have some fun, good adventure moments. The story doesn't really land for me though, especially how kind of rushed it feels in some areas. A lot of jokes definitely do fun, such as some of the lowest common denominator jokes they can go for. But I thought it had enough heart and enough sweet moments to where I don't say it's not that bad of a movie, but it's still not that very good either. Yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag for me. Yes, okay. Number 32, we got another recent movie I've seen that is My Spy. I mean, it basically is as exactly as you expected it would be, just a typical comedy movie. They see with a point like star watching over children. Kind of pacifying. Again, it's definitely much better than the pacifier that was released 2004, which we be credited to. It's definitely more funny than that movie. It's definitely more watchable here. But this movie doesn't really hit the mark for me on, so it's not much I can really say about Mass Bounce. It's just a movie that's just there, honestly. Have you seen Game Changers? Yes, I have. And it's alright. Not one of the best known shows, but not one of the worst known shows, but not one of the best, honestly. Yeah, that show always makes better. It has some good episodes and some very questionable episodes. I know in some ways it was too mean spirited in some ways, and some conflicts are a bit too just forced. But it does have good fun moments, fun characters where I can watch it, but I don't say it's one of the best either. Yeah. But number 31 is The Lovebirds, which is from the director of The Big Sick, which you guys know was one of my favorite movies that year, one of the best rom-coms I've seen in years. And this movie was just decent at best, honestly. I wanted to love this movie. I really wanted to at least like the movie at least. It's just fortunate to me and a decent range for me is a B minus for me. But this movie really wasn't that great. So again, it does have two great lead performances. Again, the performances definitely do save the movie for me. And it does have some pretty good funny moments that come from the chemistry. And directing is also pretty good as well. I think most of the story around it and pretty much half the comedy that pretty much doesn't land for me. Yeah, it wasn't really like an amazing story for me, but again, similar to The Rob Missy, no, I don't try to point out logic in a comedy movie because it's comedy after all. But the few months I was like, are you serious? Like, why are you doing that? Like what's going on here? Like, honestly, it's just the story are just very all over the place, and some of the jokes really don't land, and all that. Like, some of the characters are really not that interesting. And it doesn't have the good highs, it's supposed to pretty lows, and again, it's a B minus for me. But yeah, we're definitely getting to the ones I enjoy the most. Now I'm in the top 30. And coming in number 30 is another recent movie I have seen, and that is Underwater. Underwater. If I finally saw this movie, and I kind of enjoyed it a little more than the other one, honestly. Yeah, it's basically just a watered down version of Alien. No pun intended, because it is called Underwater. It's like that, pretty much, yeah. But I won't lie, I did enjoy the more than the other one. Christmas Stewart was good, honestly. Some characters are actually pretty interesting. It does have some pretty good talent moments. Again, some CGI is actually pretty good, though some it's not that good, honestly. It does have some good enough fun and game moments where I can kick out a pass. Don't get it very generic, and a lot of the characters aren't really that interesting when you think about it. Again, it's really that basically is a little watered down version of Alien, and I don't think it really hits all the notes to me to say it's a great movie, but it's definitely still on decent range for me. Number 29, we got Trolls World Tour. A movie that had a lot more fun than I actually expected. Again, a movie that's not really amazing or incredible, but a movie that I did enjoy more than I thought I would. I actually did. I definitely enjoyed it way more than the first Trolls. I thought was just fine. Honestly, it does have some issues with that movie and a couple more new ones. But it's a movie I just thought that had enough heart, enough fun moments, enough joyness, and a kind of interesting story, and some very fun character dynamics, actually, the two main leads. To where basically, this movie's actually not that bad, honestly. It's actually pretty fun, honestly. And and my nieces would watch this movie constantly. I wouldn't mind, honestly. At number 28, we have The High Note. A movie that I kind of wanted to enjoy a lot more than I thought it would. Because it's based on music, it's for me, I'll probably say it's an A plus movie. I would say it's the pacing, and I would say some characters' decisions that do bring it down for me. But the films led by especially Cora Johnson and Ice Cube were both all fantastic. The story was overall very interesting despite being generic in some areas. The music and singing is fantastic. The writing is great. The writing is good. It has some really impactful moments, especially near the end. And the pacing can get all over the place at times, and some aspects that, and some characters I really, which I liked and enjoyed more. But overall, the high note is definitely still a good movie. But again, I really wanted to love it though. That's the best way to describe it, honestly. Do you know who Stuff with Scoutfly is? Oh, Scoutfly, yeah, I know who he is. I haven't seen him in a while, honestly. I haven't heard just mentioned honestly, but yeah, I know who the person is. See, coming in now at 27, got a good Netflix movie that is All the Right Place, but it's also the B plus movies. I'll give the higher note like an 8 and B plus. Now we get to film that's all the Right Places, which is a Netflix movie starring Justice mentioned Elle Fanning. And yeah, I remember I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would actually. I wasn't about to enjoy it much as I would, to be honest, but I think it's actually a pretty good movie, honestly. Justice Smith is definitely he can actually be a good actor here, and he actually have pretty chemistry here. It has some pretty sweet and heartwarming moments. The writing is actually pretty good. It has some very touching moments. Again, kind of a predictable movie, but not one that was frustrating, honestly. I also don't like frustrating aspects of this movie is I wish it focused a lot more on stuff on mental health here. And I felt like it really focused on more on a few aspects. It honestly would have been one of the best movies of the year, honestly, but I just like because that kind of weighed down for me. But I think it's still a pretty good movie. Now, 26, we get To All the Boys I Loved Before. To All the Boys, P.S. I Still Love You, which is a sequel to 2018's To All the Boys I Loved Before, which is a movie that I didn't enjoy the one I thought I would. And I can really say something I enjoyed a lot more than I thought I would. It's nothing groundbreaking or anything, and it does have some very questionable moments. But the acting thing with the acting is actually pretty good. The characters are actually pretty interesting. A lot of have good chemistry, conflicts in a way kind of makes sense. And the chemistry is definitely pretty good. It has some really funny moments, some pretty powerful moments. Again, kind of generic in the first movie, but again, not in a frustrating way. Does have some moments that are definitely very questionable, and the moments with the conflicts I think were a little bit forced here. But I think this movie really did its job very well, honestly. Hell, I would say it's actually a bit better than the first movie, honestly. Again, that's what the first movie thought I would, honestly, so yeah. And number 25, we have Extraction. A movie that doesn't really have the best story, but without question has some of the best acting and some of the best action of the entire freaking year. Like, the action here is fantastic, brutal, and incredible and impactful. Like, some stomach here, like, the action is definitely not to be, like, brought down because the action is truly fantastic. The everything from choreography to directing is all amazing. Chris Hunt was also great here as well. Again, these are characters in terms of story might be the tiny best, but if you just want great action, I would just recommend watching this. Now, 24, we have Sonic the Hedgehog. A movie that, again, I enjoyed a lot more than I thought it would. So I wasn't sure if you're. Yeah, I'm someone that's not really like the biggest Sonic fan because I really haven't played much of the games, so not really too familiar with Sonic, honestly, or Sonic lore or whatever. So I wasn't sure what I think when I found them making live action movies, especially that first trailer and how awful the design Sonic looked, but this is still that actually did listen to his fans and actually fixed it, so I say what you will about the movie, I do get them props on that. This movie was kind of a generic road trip movie, but it's a good, fun, generic road trip movie. I just want to actually much better great here, like especially in the last time Animal Heroes were hop. And I think he had good chemistry with Sonic. Here, and Sonic was definitely great and a great personality. He really shined on the screen, and I think Jim Carrey was one voice there, but that he was doing pretty good. And Jim Carrey easily stole the show. So I knew when I found that he was going to be like a map, because like he is going to steal the show, and he does. Jim Carrey steals the show. He participates in an over-top version of himself, but I mean, talking Jim Carrey, I'll take any movie that has an over-top version of himself, and he steals every single scene. He plays as type of character you expect his character to play, and he nails it 100%. Again, not all human lands, honestly. Again, it's gonna blow a better way. Honestly, if I would was maybe watching, I would watch it. And also, I get used to what they do with synchronize. Like, I think, again, this movie actually doesn't really try to set up anything and try until the last post-credit scene actually wants to establish the characters, and I'm sure you get more of the major characters down the road and explore more different worlds. Which is also probably issue behind this movie is they don't explore much different or take advantage of Sonic powers, which, but yeah, I'm sure they were doing a sequel, so yeah, it's actually pretty good. Number 23, and now get to the A minus, and that is Timmy Failure Mistakes Were Made, which is a Disney Plus original that, again, when I enjoyed the one I done it with. Again, some of the CGI on the poor bit was not that the greatest at times, and still there was some questionable aspects to it, but for enjoying, I think the movie really what it needs to do with looking at characters actually is very fun and interesting. I get to have to play them. I thought he was pretty good in the role. I think the overall grade was I think overall was great in general. Each bit that really well built and well founded. Has some really charming moments, some really funny and good moments. Good moments, the moments that had me smiling, that had me feeling great, had a good adventure aspect to it, and a good coming of age and charming aspect to it. And it has some very interesting relationships. Now, not having invested again, it does have some questionable moments to it. Not every joke or story being lands, but it's movies that I just want to have a simple fun time. It's on Disney Plus. How to watch. Number 22, we get to a movie that I did recently watch, and that is The Lodge, which is a horror that's pretty much divided a lot of people. I was like the still yeah, this movie I'm so sorry. This movie, well, I'm not 100% sure how I feel about the ending of the movie, and the different aspects I found to be kind of questionable. This is a really unique horror movie that I would definitely love to come back to, so I'm not really going to say much about it yet, but I would love to revisit it at some point. So I'm not really going to say much about it, but it's still a movie I would watch at least once. At number 21, we have Horse Girl. It never does an ending that I don't know how I feel about, but it's definitely a movie I would love to watch again. It's a movie that is definitely going to like a lot of people, not I'm really going to like, and I can never see why. But a movie that I think has some pretty interesting ideas, it has a great directing, some beautiful cinematography, a phenomenal performance from Alison Brie. Movie that had me invested and glued to the screen. Like at the end, I'm not sure it really worked for me, and I'm not saying every character in the story didn't work for me either, but I think this movie definitely let me invested, let me thinking, so I would love to watch this movie at some point. Like I mentioned, I could watch. Okay, folks, we are at the top 20. Again, after this, I'll probably get off, but I hope you all enjoyed the screen so far. Again, if you're asking any other questions down in the chat. Coming in at number 20, we have Scoop. Again, I know saying, like Scoop? You like Scoop? Because I know a lot of people really don't like it, and in some ways I can kind of see why. Because anyway, because in kind of a way where it doesn't really feel like an actual Scooby Doo movie, it feels like more of a superhero movie. And one of the different has a lot of issues to it. So besides, I still really enjoy this. So besides, I still like the movie. I know that there are a lot of problems with it, like with the gang being a bit separated, and the whole time Simon Cowell was a little weird, and not all the human hair, and like plays a lot of the typical anime jokes that you somebody would do. It has some very questionable moments here, and I'm not sure how to possibly like the Blue Falcon, especially his arc in the entire movie. But I think we did just so a lot of fun. And I think they really worth a lot of these characters. I think they did the best job they can with these characters. I think a lot of stuff had movies I think were actually pretty well implemented, not film forced. Except for the Game-Man one, I thought that was just pretty forced. But that was actually not bad. Especially with Dick Dastardly, I thought he actually stole the show, in my opinion. I thought a lot of the humor actually worked pretty well off together. This movie that has a lot of problems to it. Yes, we really enjoyed a lot than I thought it would. Have you seen Andy Mack? Yes, I have seen Andy Mack. I think it's definitely one of the best Disney Channel original shows. I would definitely highly recommend it now when I haven't. Coming in number 19, we have Guy Ritchie's The Gentleman. Again, the movie I've done a lot of that dog game because Guy Ritchie is always someone that's always been up and down for me. But last year, this movie I actually think is actually much better than it. and much more enjoyable. This movie that has a very weird. This movie that doesn't have kind of a very slow beginning, but once it kicks up, it's just kind of one of the most fun experiences I had all year. It has great acting, great characters, a great world, great aspects. Like, never really should do movies like this. Number 18, Lost Girls. A pretty powerful movie with a pretty emotional story. Again, it doesn't have amazing characters. Again, some characters could be a bit better, and in the ending, I'm still not 100% sure how I feel about it. But Lost Girls is actually a very underrated movie that you recommend to check out, especially with story, along with great performances, interesting characters, great directing, great writing. All the mystery in having this movie is actually doesn't actually happen in real life, so that's interesting. Number 17, we got another underrated movie that is Troop Zero. This movie, I believe, is on Amazon Prime, I believe. Yeah, Amazon Prime. And this movie is just a simple, heartwarming movie. Honestly, this is a movie that if you just want to have a feel-good, heartwarming adventure with great acting, likable characters, I mean, it isn't going to blow you away, but I mean, that will make you smile from ear to ear. I would definitely recommend checking this movie, honestly. It is a truly home. Yeah, not every aspect, not every character is going to be interesting, not everyone's going to blow you away, but it's magic that it does work for what it does. At number 16, we have The King of Staten Island, the latest movie from Judd Apatow. And I love the guy. I love this guy's movies, so it's great to see him back on the screen again, even though it's not really on the big screen. But yeah. Oh hey, Sweet Susie ASMR is here. Thank you for coming here again. I guess I haven't checked out Sweet Susie ASMR. What I haven't checked out channel. She's amazing, and she could be doing a video on her very soon. So be on the for that very soon. But yeah, thank you, Sweet Susie ASMR, for coming here. Again, you have not seen. I am talking about all the movies I have released. And not about all 2020 releases I've seen throughout the movie releases this year. I like number 16 so far. I have a 50 movies to talk about, so I hope you enjoyed the rest of the stream. And they will coming. You're awesome. But number 16 for me is The King of Staten Island, which is a pretty great Apatow movie, honestly. A movie that I think has very interesting characters, has very interesting messages it's trying to tell that I think it's a season. I forget the man that plays them, but the character about that he was great. A lot of all the acting was great in general. All the characters are very interesting. It's a movie that I think is kind of too long, which I think is probably say is an issue with Apatow movies. I think it's kind of an issue here that does hold it back for me. You know, once that would change, but making us, I think it's still a great movie that I would definitely recommend you guys checking out. Honestly, oh, thank you, cool video. My enjoying so far. Again, 10% that we haven't already. She is an amazing ASMR. She's an amazing person. Now we're top 15, people. Coming in number 15, we have the Disney Channel original, probably my favorite Disney Channel original so far, and that is Star Girl. Yeah, I wasn't sure how I feel about it when I was going to watch it, and it's pretty like a publisher every Disney original so far. I enjoyed more than I thought I would. I thought Grace Fair, I thought that was fantastic in the role. I thought Nick was great. I didn't want to get used to him, but he eventually won me over. And some kids did to me a bit get used to it, and I'm only kind of issue in the movie, but they eventually won me over here. Again, it's kind of being the kind of place how some we would play. But I think it has a lot of heart, a lot of care, a lot of fun moments, a lot of great character moments. It has overall a lot of great aspects to it that do make the movie worth watching and worth seeing it. A truly sweet, fun, and great movie to watch. I'm not sure if this plus because it's not the original, but I highly recommend you guys check out Stargirl. At number 14, we have a Charlotte Sheen movie, Armageddon. Not as good for a Charlotte Sheen movie, but it still has a lot of the fun, energy, heart, charm, and especially humor. So what made the first movie such a surprise. I might not really expect to like the first one much I did, but it never ended up being on my best films in a year. So I'm not sure if I will going to love this film again, but it had to end up being, in my opinion, a great film, honestly. You know, if you're a fan of the first one, I should agree. Yes, Stargirl was great, very cute. Oh, well, happy you loved it. And again, I gotta mention, if you guys want to ask me any questions, people let me know. Let me know, I'll be sure to answer them. At number 13, we got The Platform, which is a Netflix original. And this movie I'm actually not going to say much about, honestly, because I think it's one of the movies that you probably should just see if you want, because this movie is definitely going to surprise you. It's a movie that's going to just wow. Again, the movie that has an ending I'm not sure how to feel about. I think Platform is a movie that's definitely what took. Can you do a ranking every Disney show from worst to best? At some point, I need to something that I'm not seeing yet, honestly, so maybe someday, but not right now. But they can position though, by the way. Okay, coming in number 12, we have Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always. Now, this is one of a couple of movies that I'm talking about. This is one of a few movies. Now, my number 12 and number 9 are basically, these are basically movies that, oh, I still love them. I don't really see myself watching them again, honestly. And that could be due to the length of the movie, the pacing, the storytelling in some aspects of the movie. And I kind of why am I into watching these two movies again, but the movie I really can't see myself watching again for one reason or another. But these movies are still fantastic, and Never Come Always is definitely an impactful movie. But I can have a lot of interesting about such but it's really a powerful movie that has great acting, great performances, a very emotional and personal story that is really needed for something like this. Like this, and it doesn't have the best characters, but it has more real characters of the year. Again, not one I see myself watching again, but doing that, I'll say it's watching it once. Same with my number 11 choice, and that is Tiger Tail. Honestly, if this movie was a bit longer, which actually my own issue with the movie, if it was a bit longer, Tiger Tail probably would have been higher up on my list. But this movie is definitely a very simple but incredibly emotional movie that hits all the right notes, hits all the right feels. It's one of the most personal movies of the year. Yeah, again, I had Netflix, I would definitely check this movie again. Not want to see myself watching it again, honestly, but it's definitely worth watching this once. And again, I would say it's my number 10 choice, and that is The Half of It. A movie that I actually looked up before, and this is one of the few Netflix movies I actually looked up before watching it. I'm like, oh, this is actually interesting, and I don't know why, I actually really enjoyed it. I actually kind of love it, honestly. Again, I'm not sure I see myself watching it again, honestly, but it's a pretty interesting romance movie that has great, fantastic performances, fantastic acting. Bro, I'm hi. I'm not sure who this person is, honestly, but because I can't really see the name of the person. But anyway, but half of it I think is actually a fantastic romance movie that has great characters, great performances, great story, some pretty powerful moments, some pretty sweet and heartwarming moments. That's truly love of the movie. And now we get to my number 9, which is definitely a movie that again can't really see myself watching again, and that is Swallow. I actually did do an ASMR review on this channel wanted that out. But Swallow is maybe that's definitely me I felt the most uncomfortable watching in a while. And this movie I would say is worth watching at least once because of that. But yeah, it's been that really very uncomfortable and we were basically someone basically swallowing on a small again I think it's called Peak I believe, where basically people swallow metal objects and all that. Bro, cinnamon crunch toast is good. I mean, it is good, honestly. I love Mentos Crunch. But yeah, Swallow is definitely comfortable. It has some incredible performances, some unique cinematography, some best cinematography, some best filmmaking the entire year. But again, it's definitely unless I can't see my watch again, but probably will be on might be overall my best of the year. Maybe see how it goes, but it'll definitely be somewhere up there my best. Even though I can't really see myself watching again, but its powerfulness really deserves to be on top to the list. But now into a movie that I really can't see myself watching again, and I'm actually serious, number 8, and that is Bad Boys for Life. Definitely the most surprising movie of the year. Again, I really wasn't expecting to enjoy Bad Boys for Life as much as I did. But I don't think anybody expected to like Bad Boys as much as they did, honestly. Because again, it took them like wasn't this long. Cause again, Bad Boys 2 was just like 2003, I believe. I think it was 2002 that Bad Boys 2 was released. I don't. I don't know. I think it was 2003 when Bad Boys 2 was released. And it's like 17 years since Bad Boys 1, so pretty sure people won't claim me for one, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be just a lighter movie, but the movie easily has the best characters, best acting, best story, best humor, pretty much the best everything of this franchise. Especially in terms of emotion, which I think a lot of reviewers kind of like in ways with the previous two movies, but Bad Boys for Life easily nails every broken con because it truly delivers on every great aspect. Again, it has a lot of great humor, a lot of great fun, especially Bad Boys movie, but it has a more emotional way, and it does have some of the best villains and the best action of the entire franchise, the best action of the year in general. Again, wasn't like that so much I did, but here we are. Now, number 7, we have The Way Back. A movie which means that I also was my first ASMR on my channel, which is definitely one of the most viewers on my channel. I'm the girl that really enjoyed that video. But The Way Back is definitely a fantastic sport movie done by the amazing Gavin O'Connor who did Warrior and The Accountant, two fantastic movies, and this is easily a 3 out of 3 out. Again, not every character is going to be amazing, and I kind of wish they focused a bit, they didn't focus too much on the alcoholism portion of the movie. But just like in fact emotion, this movie still really hits. It's easily one of the best sports movies I've seen. And it's easily and this is still easily in the way for Ben Affleck's best performance he's ever given. Look at how real it feels again. I think Ben Affleck actually went through all this in real life. That's what makes it even more personal. So yeah, it easily puts this one on the list for me on top 7. I haven't really watched this since it came out, but this is a movie that definitely delivers on every aspect that it goes for. As far as it has great cinematography, great writing, great acting. It's truly a phenomenal sports movie. Now at number 6, we have Miss Americana. In case you guys know what the movie is, it's basically a documentary movie on Taylor Swift. It's on Netflix. Usually I don't really watch a lot of documentaries. Right, and I heard a lot of good things about it, so it's not good to watch. And this movie, whether or not you love or hate Taylor Swift, this will definitely make you think of her in a different light again. And that's the people I know that really do hate her, but they still think documentaries actually can make you think of Taylor Swift in a better light. And I don't always like Taylor Swift, but it still made me appreciate her a lot more than I really do. Especially a lot of stuff that she's been through, a lot of stuff that she was fear talking about because of how people are going to react to it. It is a pretty emotional moment that I don't like to have me crying over there. So, yeah, honestly, if you like her or not, I recommend this. Now we're on the top 5, people. Top, 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 five. And coming in at number 5, we have Birds of Prey. Now this is the part most part of me because this is a movie that when it was announced, I was like, yeah, I'm not like this problem was one DC movie I was like for release, and even when the trailer was like, yeah, I'm just not gonna be good. Then I heard actually good reviews on it. I was like, okay, but I'm not sure one. But I saw the movie, I was like, oh my god, I think I actually watched it a couple times since then, and it honestly gets better for me upon rewatch. Like I really was meant to enjoy Birds as much as I did, honestly. I don't think everyone was meant to enjoy me as much as they did. But this is actually. But this movie is actually in the best for one moment, which is my favorite DCE movie. That's how good it is. But Birds of Prey is a fantastic movie that kind of just knows what it is and embraces it. It's basically kind of like the Deadpool of DCU, but it doesn't have to stand out blown Deadpool. Margot Robbie gets a chance to really shine as Harley Quinn. She chance to really prove her special wings as the character. And a lot of people want to talk about Mary, Huntress, Canada. They were actually given a lot of development here. And a lot of us do actually, especially not really feeling like they're just shoved in to save it. How I especially most of it was actually Black Mask because I wasn't sure if he was going to be just a generic villain, but he had to be probably the most entertaining part of the entire movie. Honestly, I mean, there's a reason why a lot of people pretty much hype him up as pretty much like stay out in the movie because he really does deliver in terms of entertainment value, in terms of character, in terms of performance, especially like he's just amazing, especially with his back and forth with disaster throughout the movie. But the action is fantastic. The humor is one of the funniest movies of the year. This movie truly, absolutely hits so well. This movie I definitely watched it so much, and it probably doesn't get better and better on how you watch. Who knows, maybe while it could probably be my favorite DC, it could be my favorite film of the DC, which is something I never thought in a million years I wanted to say, to be honest, but there we are. Now coming in number 4, we have Bad Education, which again was stuff on HBO. And I mean HBO is coming out always with topical content, and this is no exception. Bad Education is definitely a very emotionally gripping movie. The probably all the stuff is actually based on a true story or something that happened like just in two, I believe. And it's really that will definitely break you. It's really that has some light emotional like moments, but by the end you'll probably feel very emotional, very just wow. Just wow. I imagine Hugh Jackman continues to deliver top notch quality performances. Like I'm hoping because Hugh Jackman does get nominated for an Oscar, honestly. Like pretty sure he won because he didn't again do that reason now, but I'm trying hopefully he will. But yeah, but yeah, Anthony Jang was fantastic. All the kids were fantastic. Mine was also fantastic. Well, like this guy's really proven himself as a dramatic actor. Like I know Donnie Ward wanted, but with big sick Irishman this, he's really proven himself. He still had some fun, hilarious moments, so some pretty dark and incredibly emotional moments. Again, this movie that if you talk about how HBO, I would recommend you watch immediately. At number 3, again, in top 3 now being in live stream, I'll draw them in live stream, even though that they did leave. But yeah, can't help if I take a shit. But yeah, number 3, we have The Invisible Man, which is the latest film from Hollywood now in the remake of the original movie released in the 1930s, following Invisible Man. But what does it in more way basically mom basically leaves, has to be in an abusive relationship, and somehow thinks the person's following us but not being seen, and people think it's crazy. But this movie doesn't like just overdo it. It actually can kind of reasons basically. This movie where everyone just doesn't believe her for the sake of it, saying you're too crazy because you're crazy. They actually give legitimate reasons why people would think she's crazy and why people actually would not believe her. So I give the props out to doing that. How much Elizabeth Moss is probably gets the best performance of the entire year. Not just female performance, but performance in general. My God, does she deliver in terms of performance? Because wow, she was phenomenal. In every way, she truly delivers as this character. Here's explain that you do feel a lot of people. They do feel a lot of connection with. Even a lot of kids in the adult are actually pretty good as well. It does a great job making you feel incredibly tense, especially towards the third act. Even the Twilight, I was like, man, I actually did not see that coming. Actually, honestly, again, cinematography is beautiful. Really, like the camera work and like the camera cinematography really do add a lot to the movie. A lot to all the scenes that are filming in the book. Definitely makes it so immersive to watch. It's so tense to watch in some areas. And yeah, this is movie I really have now rewatched since it came out. So I first saw it, but I'm hoping to so soon. This movie that I definitely will be getting for the rest of the year. Now at the number 2, we have Da 5 Bloods, which is the latest film from Spike Lee. Again, director I have not seen like every film he has done. Not every film I've seen he has done. So I might have seen some of them, but it's probably been a while since I've seen them. Like some movies I've seen was Too Right Dang and Black Klansman, which if it wasn't for that ending, that movie would have been on my best that year. But I've had Blood's easy probably be on my best of that year because this movie was impacting and you also see that's probably the perfect time as going on. And this movie was released truly at the perfect time, and it really is an impactful movie. Like some ways I can't catch myself watching again, but not often honestly. I'm like some reason I mentioned why I really can't see myself watching them again, but by loving them. But that Five Bloods, I think, is an incredibly impactful movie that has some of the best performances of the year, some of the best characters of the year, some of the most impactful moments of the year, some of the best storytelling of the year, some of the best everything of 2020. Okay, if you're definitely on Netflix, I would definitely watch this movie. That will definitely leave you impactful and will definitely just punch you in the gut. So I'm trying to wondering, what actually is my number one? What could be actually my number one favorite movie of the year? Some might be surprised by this, but my number one favorite 2020 so far is Pixar's Onward. Yeah, Onward is my favorite movie of the year so far. I know a lot of people kind of disappointed by the movie, but I still love the movie. I still are doing it. I would be saying everything you want from Pixar movie, but I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, there's also definitely one of the more relatable movies. Maybe it's still a relationship between the two brothers that I feel kind of on a way mirror relationship I have my own brother, at least one of my brothers, but I think that alone makes it be really personal to me and it makes it really emotional. Like, it's movie I have seen a few times since it came out, especially it's now on Disney Plus. As big of me, honestly, gets better for me as it goes along, as we watch. It might not have the most original story out there, but it has an incredibly personal one. It has great performances from Chris Pratt and Tom Holland. The characters they play are fantastic. A lot of characters in general are great. The Wolverine is great. The animation is as beautiful as always. The music is great as always. The writing is fantastic as always. The directing. It just encompasses everything that you always want from a Pixar movie. If you ever want to have a good emotional, want to feel good about something, Onward is definitely I would definitely recommend checking out. And that's why Onward it's still my number one favorite. Again, I could probably easily change on say maybe it's like 10 minutes or How to Sell Soul, which is still my most experience of the year, since like November. But Onward still right now is my number one favorite movie of 2020. Yeah, been on here for about 2 hours. Well, guys, that's going to be the end of the live stream. Thank you guys that were in the chat. Thank you guys that stuck around here. Thank you guys that tried to jump on here and tried to watch my live stream. And like I said, for sometimes I did have to leave, honestly, but honestly, it just had to happen. I'm like, I can think I didn't feel that I had to leave. So I do apologize on that. It's just not always how at least one point during these live streams, but hey, again, hey, can't control what happens, so. But I really enjoyed live streams, and also let me know if you want me to film more in this area and down the road. Let me know if you want me to film like a kid down the road, because I actually feel like that's not film here, so let me know if you want me to film like a kid down the road. And hopefully we have a great second half of 2020 down the road. Hopefully second half would be a much better half. And I do have a lot of videos that I do have planned down the road. And hopefully soon I'll have my video of Post Recreation. And I wanted to do like an extra 4 video on that show. And hopefully I can get off together with Resident Evil 2002 very soon. And I'll definitely have more ASMR videos with some videos I mentioned where I'm trying to like one deal with ASMR on Shanny, which I did recently post a haven't that already. I do appreciate you stick around, honestly. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly honestly appreciate it. If you should like this video, be sure to share and subscribe. Be sure to follow all my social media sites on the description down below. I am saying one world from saying world reviews. I will see you next time. As always, stay cool. Peace. And bye, guys.